So it's about the time of the year where I'd usually do a dollhouse tour, but most of the dollhouse hasn't really changed that much from last year. I already made multiple videos about it, but the single room that's probably changed the most has been the living room slash the kitchen. So today I'll be showing you around and we'll be looking at all of the changes. So compared to last year, I used to not have this furniture piece. So this was a set of drawers that are supposed to hold like jewelry, and I got them from Michael's. There used to be just a little stand that has been disassembled. I kind of just wanted something with drawers so I could actually store things in there, and it's kind of painted to be the overall color scheme of the room itself. The red, it's hard to tell on camera, but the red is supposed to match the Our Generation kitchen set. And on top, like how it was before, I have the TV, the PS5, and then the Switch. And I made all of these out of cardboard and paper. And also there's a TV remote over there that I made out of cardboard and painted with black acrylic paint. On the walls, just some random knickknacks, stuff I've made a while ago, and other stuff I've just kind of found. This poster was from a trip I took to Washington, D.C. And then over here is the iconic little cabinet thing. And as I'll describe later in the video, I had no good spot to put this because I've gotten so much in the past like year or so, but I didn't want to get rid of this because I've had this for like 4 years. I got this from like Goodwill, and it's just been in all of my videos, and getting rid of it would literally be so sad. So it's kind of over here for now. I don't really like how it's placed, but it is what it is. Here on top is like fall decorations and a family photo. And I also use this cabinet to store like extra stuff that I don't immediately need, but I'll want later. And here we have the iconic blue couch. It's just as old as the cabinet. I think the first iteration of the couch was made like May of 2021, and then it's just gotten bigger and bigger ever since. You could kind of tell where I expanded on the couch initially because this fabric is actually different than this one, but it's still nice nonetheless. Of course, here some more postcards, something that used to be in a room that used to be my dollhouse but isn't anymore, so now this accessory is just moved to the wall of the living room. And then a postcard from 5 Pence and a Cocktail. Here's another Washington, D.C. postcard from the same place I got the other one. And then this is different. So this was I don't know, it was like a basket of sorts, and it was also from Michael's, and it was too big for the space, so I trimmed it down very, very badly, and now it's being used as like a kitchen table. And then on top, just some stuff for fall and a salt and pepper shaker. Underneath is some other random things that I just thought were cute because they were miniature. Here as well, you also have a lovely pride flag. And on this wall, we have a bulletin board that's also kind of been there forever. I usually put something like right here, but it's a weird time of the year because it's like November when I'm recording this. So it's too early for Christmas stuff, but it's too late for Halloween. So it's just kind of blank for now. Next, we have the iconic fridge with the Guy Fieri posters. I've like had it for about 2 years. Okay, so it's very random. So as you probably noticed, there's tons of little Guy Fieri posters. That was specifically from an April Fool's Day stop motion I did. That's kind of old now. But I didn't want to just throw all the papers away, so they're just there. And the randomness of this fridge resembles my personality, so I think it's very fitting. There's no rhyme or reason for this picture. I found just a small pocket-sized version of just a school picture for me when I was 7. It's miniature, and I thought it worked. Of course, everybody asks me about this. This is the Bold and Bash Squidward poster. It's supposed to be a postcard. Like, the company's called, like, Poster Invasion. and they were selling postcards on my college campus at one point. So I got the Squidward one and thought it was really nice because it was doll-sized, and I also really like SpongeBob, so it had to be there. This was from an Our Generation milkshake set. And of course, I've got quite a bit of explaining to do, because this was not in my last dollhouse tour video. This is the actual part of the Our Generation kitchen set that I did not have. So when I got this fridge in 2023, I just got the fridge, not the whole Our Generation kitchen set. And frankly, it was because I didn't think my dollhouse would be big enough to fit everything. But I did make it work. I found this very randomly at an antique shop for like $10, which was such a steal, because usually you get the whole set secondhand for $30. Part of the reason why it was $10 was it used to be absolutely disgusting and filthy, but since that point, I've cleaned it up and it looks really, really nice now. Unfortunately, the original backing, if you know what the original Our Generation kitchen set was supposed to look like, this wood paneling was not supposed to be there. Yeah, the original sticker that was there was like peeling off, so I just got rid of it and put my own thing there to better match the rest of the kitchen. And of course, there's a chalkboard as well. I thought that would look really nice there. Of course, because this goes with the fridge, I just had to match it with the fridge and put a few of the Guy Fieri posters on some of the cabinets and the dishwasher. So what made me so excited about this particular kitchen set was that I'm now able to actually store and display some of my smaller, like, American Girl cups. And also, finally, the shake machine has a spot that's not on the kitchen table itself. I struggled a lot with, like, the arrangement of the living room, mostly because of this silly wall. So I have gotten so many postcards and stickers and, like, other stuff like that I've wanted to display, and like the only place I can display it is like on this specific wall. So for some reason I have a business card from Canvas of Hope. There's another like Poster Invasion postcard on this wall. This is like a postcard from Alice in Dollland of all her dolls during Christmas time. This one is of 6 Doll Star Studio after like I won her AGSM contest. And this is also all of her dolls at Christmas time. And then here is a picture from an AGTuber that's not really active anymore, but her channel name was like 9 Tacos Filming. This was a silly thing I painted myself in like the very first iteration of this living room back in like 2021. And it's way too, I'm very sentimental. I don't want to get rid of this, even if this doesn't really work with the aesthetic I'm going for anymore. So that's why it's there. And this is so exciting. So I actually ordered from like Mixie Pixie 7's Etsy shop this summer when she like briefly came back to AGTube. I have the shirt that I got from her, and also like I got a business card, and I wanted a way to display it, so that's why that's there. This is another thank you card that I hung up for some reason. I don't know why that's there. And this used to be on the wall where the fridge currently is, but because I had to move all the stuff in the living room, it had to go here. But I also couldn't afford to take it down because it's been on the wall for like quite a while. And then lastly, just Montreal Canadiens thing that's 5 years old. It's one of the oldest pieces of decoration here. And that's kind of it for my living room tour, and specifically like the stuff I've changed since that point. If you have any more questions, comment them down below. Like if you like this video, and also subscribe.